Jag har kommit till Carlsbad i Kalifornien och det är här alla klubbtillverkarna har sina huvudkontor. De är i princip grannar med varandra allihop. Ja, de har valt en bra plats strax norr om San Diego. Rätt så vackert som ni ser. Men man blir inte bjuden på en sån här mediatrip utan att göra lite innehåll såklart. Så det blir en liten serie nu här med inslag. Det första inslaget kommer att handla om nya drivern från Callaway. Ja, ute på banan med nya Mavrik som nu har då blivit orange, ny färg, får se hur den tas emot. AI har fått jobba med facet, de har jobbat lite med aerodynamiken så att den är lite kapad här i tailen, också lite högre krona för att få lite bättre fart. För det här är då standardmodellen för oss vanliga golfare. Och sen har AI också fått jobba lite inuti kronan för att rätta till ljudet och det ska vi lyssna på nu. Min kompis Johannes Gärtner som skriver om utrustning på Golfpost. He's got speed. Han ska wacka den här Mavriken nu. Åh. Ja. Mot marken. Fint huvud. Jag brukar gilla formen på Callaways huvud. Testar vi. Mycket bättre ljud i den här drivern tycker jag. Tillbaks till den gamla härliga Callaway-känslan. Väldigt bra.
Let's talk a bit about the sound, which when it came to the flash pace, I talked to some tour players who compared it to a Coke can. So
right.
What has been the challenges changing the sound of the Maverick compared to the Flash?
Certainly, Epic Flash was a high-performing driver. It did well all over the world, but there were some people who said, it sounds a little bit loud, the sound lasts too long, it doesn't suit my ear. If you hit it indoors, some people said no. So we had to apply our AI tools again to the designing the sound. So we put a lot more effort into sound design of drivers than people might imagine. And we gave the computer some goals of reducing the duration of the sound and eliminating certain bad elements of it, certain bad frequencies of the sound and promoting other ones. And we gave it those goals and also some constraints that said you could only use maybe 5 grams of titanium to do it. And we didn't tell it how to do it, and it went off and figured out by itself running modal analysis and other types of analysis in the computer to figure out what to change inside the head to take away the bad parts of the sound and improve it. And it's been able to do that in Maverick. So this is the first head. Not only has it got AI applied to all sorts of important ball flight performance things, but also to the sound of it.
That's good, yeah. You know, it wasn't wet. Used to. That's good, yeah.
So we have high ball speed in the center, and then we're looking to minimize the variation of ball speed and spin in non-centered impact locations right there.
Okay, so what's next for AI? You got the face and you got the inside of the driver. What's next for AI?
Well, it's a good question. We're always learning how to use this tool. We've expanded the tool. It's a much bigger supercomputer. We've employed more people to work in that area than we had before. We're applying it across other categories of clubs as well, not just drivers. But yeah, we're looking at what other parts of the structure can we ask the computer realistically to learn about and to optimize the design of. I don't know that we're going to get to designing the whole shape of the head yet, but one day maybe we can get there. But there's certainly other aspects of the structure that contribute to ball speed that we're starting to research that maybe will appear in future models. I can't quite say yet.
Okay. What has surprised you the most about developing this driver with the AI being so involved?
Well, I think it might not have been a surprise if we'd sort of thought about it enough at the beginning, but certainly the designs that AI comes up with are really not the kinds of designs that humans who went to engineering school would come up with automatically. We might look at the design once the computer has arrived at it and say, yeah, I understand what it was thinking and how it got there, but we might not have come up with that uniquely by ourselves. The other surprise, I suppose, is that the level of complexity in manufacturing these designs that are developed by AI, that is a level way above we thought would be necessary.
Jaha, kära ni. Var är vi nu då? Jo, nu har vi kommit till något som kallas för ECPC. En förkortning för Eli Callaway Performance Center. Och ja, det är precis så häftigt som det låter. Här är byggnaden med en tourbus utan hjul inne i. Det finns putting studios från Odyssey. Och så finns det robotar där man kan testa då. Både slå bollarna ut här på rangen och inne i duken. Beroende på om man gör klubbtestning eller bolltestning. Här har vi rangen designad av Gil Hans. Vilket blev ganska kostsamt. Ganska coolt ändå. Och sen Himalaya-grin där borta.
Hey Johan, I'm Garrett.
Hi Garrett.
Welcome to Callaway.
What do tour pros say right now about the Maverick?
Well, it's pretty early with the tour pros right now. We're just now starting to get to fit most of them. In fact, you guys are ahead of most of the tour players.
Oh,
so
wow.
You guys should feel pretty lucky
That's
today.
really something.
And we've got a pretty tough task because we've had a lot of success with our flash drivers in the past.
Yeah.
But we think we've addressed a couple of concerns that is a little more common to hear on tour than it is at the amateur ranks. Things like starting line. And descent angle with the ball flight and mitigating a miss hit.
Yeah.
So far we think we're hitting on all cylinders with those things.
Okay.
Is that higher than you want to see it, or you kind of like that?
That's good.
Yeah. All right, we tried the Sub-Zero, we've tried the standard. Sub-Zero's a head that you like the look of a little bit better, so we're now trying to get it to work as good as we can.
Yeah.
So that means making it a little bit more forgiving by putting the heavier weight in the back, the lighter weight forward, so that your predominant miss, which is up on the face, a little on the toe, you're less likely to get the head twisting open and the ball twisting off the face to the left. So you're less likely to hit a pull draw.
Yeah.
And then we're taking the loft and de-lofting it so the face sits open so that you're less likely to pull it as well. So we're kind of setting the club up to be as forgiving as we can, the right spin with the right loft, and the right face angle for the right shot shape that you're looking for. So
3 models now, the Max, the Sub-Zero and the Standard. What's the differences between those 3?
Yeah, I'm holding the standard model here, and it's the one that will fit the majority of golfers. It's a mid-spin, mid-draw bias, high head speed, great for forgiveness for the vast majority of people in fitting. But there are players for whom the priority is to lower backspin, so the Sub-Zero model is for them. And we have to modify the head shape slightly to have more of a low aspect to it to get the center of gravity down there. But we think that's the right trade for that type of player. They've usually got plenty of head speed anyway, and to optimize their performance, the priority is actually in lowering backspin. So that's Sub-Zero. Then the Max is a bigger head. It's one of those conventional forgiveness type drivers, intended to have a lot of draw biases, a lot of weight in the heel to sort out slices and fades that are persistent for a lot of players. But it can also put a lot of weight in the back as well, and that promotes higher launch angles. So for players who struggle with just having enough time with the ball in the air, that's a good one there. And then Max also has the largest face, so for players who use the largest surface area of the face from shot to shot, the Max model is definitely one that will give them the most help. So between all 3 models, usually you'll fit into one or the other of 2 of them, maybe standard and Max or standard and Sub-Zero, and through a fitting process you'll be able to find which one is optimal for you.
Yes, very good. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Nice talking
Thank
to you.
you.
Thank you.
I saw you at the workshop out back.
Yeah.
And a lot of Phil Mickelson's bag. What's your relationship to Phil?
well, I make all of his clubs here at the test center. He's fairly unique from the standpoint of he lives close by.
Yeah.
So he does all of his club work here rather than out on tour, and I just happen to be the guy that does that for him. So over the years, I've gotten really close with him just through that club building relationship, and feel fortunate to get to work with him.
Yeah. What's he like? It's all in the tweaks, right, with him?
He does a lot of tweaks, and he doesn't do a lot of testing on the range like you're doing today.
No.
He'll tell us what he's looking for,
Yeah.
And based on what he has currently and what he's looking to see differently, we'll come up with what we think is a solution to achieve that with a newer club, and he'll actually take it to the course a lot of times, and he does his testing on the course that way, and sometimes we'll go with him and kind of monitor how he's testing on the course. But a little bit lower than the 10-5 set the same way, and a launch angle that's in a window that you feel is acceptable and not too low, because we're dropping the loft pretty darn low here.
Yeah.
And you like the look and feel of the Sub-Zero the best. So to get that set up, as good as it could be for you, we had to do a couple of things to maximize distance as well as consistency. So that meant putting the heavier weight back for you, because one of your tendencies was to hit it up and a little bit out on the toe, and with the heavier weight back, the head's more stable, so you're less likely to see a left miss with a drawing flight at the same time. And we had to sit the face a little bit open with the 9-degree head, which gave us a good combination of a shot shape that falls to the right and doesn't overspin. So 9-degree Sub-Zero, open face angle, heavier weight back for forgiveness. You get a good combination that sort of minimizes or eliminates a two-way miss and makes the shot shape more predictable and an overall a really efficient distance.
Yeah, thank you. Really good club. Like it. Thank you. Thank
Enjoy.
you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Ja, vilken dag vi har haft här på Easy PC. Fått se mycket spännande saker, lärt mig en massa grejer om spelet och otroligt kul och spännande att få se en sån här där torspelarna hänger och som är nära ett huvudkontor från klubbtillverkare. Riktigt mäktigt från golfnörd.